Hello everyone, my name is Devashish and I welcome you all to this video. So in this video we are going to see using Winappdbg how can you handle different debugging events. So before we start we have to have some understanding what debug events are. So there is a very nice Microsoft article which is available on debugging events. So as you can see here, a debugging event is an incident in the process being debugged that causes the system to notify the debugger. So debugging events include creating a process, creating a thread, loading dynamic link libraries, unloading a DLLs, sending an output to string, etc., etc. So when you are using Winappdbg, so a lot of debugging events may occur. So you have to gracefully handle that to get a better understanding of what's happening within that process that is running under Winappdbg. So in this video, we're going to take a look at that. So let's get started. So I have already created a small script here. So I'm going to go through it to kind of explain to you how is it working. So let's start from line number one. As you can see here, I'm creating a debug object. We have already seen it in the past, and we are actually trying to our attach the script with a process. So in this case, we are going to use Notepad. Uh, So one more thing that you might not have seen in the previous videos, I have added a debug event handler function here. So what does it do? So whenever any debugging event occurs, this function is going to trigger. This is kind of a callback function. So when any debugging event occurs, this function actually triggers, and using this particular line, we are actually getting that event code, debug event code, and we are printing it here. So let's see how it works. So for that, let's start Notepad process first. So Notepad is now running. We have to find out the IP address of process ID of Notepad. So as you can see, the Notepad process ID is 7152. So let's now when we execute the script, it is going to get attached with this process, and whenever any debug event occurs, it is going to print that event code for us. Let's see if it is working as intended or not. Python. As you can see, a lot of actually debugging event 6 is actually, we have encountered several times. So what does this mean? What is 6? So for that, when any other debug event also you see, right, you should be able to correlate things, what is actually happening behind the curtain. So for that, you have to go to Winappdbg repository. As you can see in the GitHub repository, and you have to go to Winappdbg folder, and after that you have to go to event.py. So now if you search for event classes, what you can see, it has actually has a list of base events. So for example, as you can see, the debug event 6 actually means load DLL debug events. So when actually you see debug event 6 has occurred, which means the process has tried to load some DLL in it. So that's how you handle different debug events. So if you have to do certain operation when you see debug event, right, so you have to make changes in this particular function. So that's what I wanted to discuss in this video. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.